Hey everybody, welcome to another lesson of learning Japanese. Today we're going to cover a relatively simple grammar pattern, and that's just going to be how to use the construction that is noun plus the particle to plus the phrasing onaji de or the phrasing chigatte plus a clause at the end to basically just mean just like noun or unlike noun clause. So basically this grammar pattern is going to be used to make a comparison between two entities, and those two entities are going to be the noun in the construction and basically the subject of the clause in the construction. And of course here we see that we have one of two options when it comes to using this grammar pattern, and that's either using the phrasing onaji de or the phrasing chigatte. And so thus the two words that we're using here, onaji is going to translate to same or like, and chigao is going to translate to different or unlike. So you choose which one you want to choose if you're stating a comparison or if you're stating a contrast. Really the only thing left that we need to mention is that the particle to here is of course being used to implement or to express the reciprocal relationship between the noun of the construction and the subject of the clause in the construction. So with all that said, let's just go into some example sentences now and get a better idea of this. So for our first two example sentences, we'll use onaji de to mean like blank. And so for our first line, we have Usagi to onaji de, koumori wa nagai mimi o shite iru. And what this line will just translate to is basically bats have long ears just like rabbits do, or something like that. Let's break down the sentence bit by bit. First up we have usagi, which is going to translate to rabbit. We have the particle to because we need to express the reciprocal relationship between rabbit and the subject of the clause that we're about to show up. Then we have onaji de because that's what we're going to use if we want to say like something. And now with that done, we can now introduce the subject of the clause that we're going to use, and that's going to be koumori, which is going to translate to bats or bats in this case. We have wa marking koumori as the subject of the sentence. Then we have nagai, which is the e adjective that means long. It's going to be modifying the word right after it, which is mimi, which means ears, so long ears. And lastly, we have o shite iru, and this is going to be a grammar pattern that we've covered before. A noun followed by o shite iru or shiteimasu, and that's just going to mean has that noun or displays the trait of that noun. So bats display the trait of having long ears. Then we add that to the first part of the sentence, which is usagi to onaji de. So bats have the trait of long ears just like rabbits do. So more naturally the whole sentence is bats have long ears just like rabbits. Usagi to onaji de, koumori wa nagai mimi o shite iru. For our next example sentence, we have the line Amerika wa oku no kuni to onaji de, takusan no kankyou mondai ga aru. And what this line will translate to is just basically same as with many other countries, America has tons of environmental problems. So let's break down the sentence bit by bit. First up, we're going to use the grammar pattern basically right away. So we have America, which is going to be the subject of the sentence, and we're just going to mark it as the subject of the sentence by adding wa right after it. Oku no kuni, and this is going to be the noun of a noun modification. So oku, which means a lot basically, and then we have the particle no, and then we have kuni, which means country. So that will basically be a lot of countries. And so a lot of countries is going to be the noun that we're going to use in the grammar pattern, so we're going to follow that with the phrasing that we want to use, which is going to be to onaji de because we're using the like. And so the de connects this part to the next part of the sentence, which is the clause that we're going to use, and all we really have is takusan no kankyou mondai ga aru. So basically this is the same thing here. We have takusan no, and this is going to be the noun of a noun modification using takusan, which also means a lot basically. And so right after the particle no is kankyou mondai. Kankyou means environment, mondai means problem, so kankyou mondai means environmental problems. And this is going to be a part of the noun of a noun modification, so a lot of environmental problems basically. And then we simply end with ga aru, which means there is or to have, so America has a lot of environmental problems, plus the other part of the sentence, which is just like many other countries. Amerika wa oku no kuni to onaji de, takusan no kankyou mondai ga aru. So pretty simple so far. Now we're going to switch the paradigm and we're going to be doing chigatte, which means unlike, and it's going to be no more difficult than we've been doing so far. So for our next example sentence, we have the line Badminton wa tenis to chigatte, boru no kawari ni shuttle o tsukaimasu. And what this line will translate to is just basically, unlike tennis, badminton uses a shuttle instead of a ball. Let's break down the sentence bit by bit. First up we have badminton, which is going to be badminton. We have wa marking as the topic of the sentence. We have tennisu, which is tennis. then we're going to use the grammar pattern here, so to chigatte. So unlike tennis, badminton is. Moving on, we have boru, which means ball. We have no kawari ni, and this is the grammar pattern that basically means instead of noun, in the place of noun, in lieu of noun. So boru no kawari ni is going to be instead of a ball. Right after that, we have shuttle, which is going to be shuttle. Then right after shuttle, we just have o marking as a direct object, and then we have the verb tsukaimasu. So to use a shuttle instead of a ball. So we combine that with the rest of the sentence, and it's just, unlike tennis, badminton uses a shuttle instead of a ball. Badminton wa tennis to chigatte, boru no kawari ni shuttle o tsukaimasu. And now for our last example sentence, we have the line, Goriyoshin to chigatte kanojo wa akagami o shiteimasu. And what this line will simply translate to is just, unlike her parents, she has red hair. Let's break down the sentence bit by bit. First up, we have Goriyoshin. Ryoshin is going to be the word for parents, and we're adding basically the word beautifier go right in front of it to deem it as someone else's parents that you're showing respect towards. We are just going to implement the grammar pattern now, so Goriyoshin, and then we add to chigatte. So that's going to be unlike her parents, but we don't know it's her yet because we haven't introduced the subject of the sentence, which we'll do now. So we have kanojo, so that'll be her, then we mark her with the wa to make her the topic of the sentence. Then we have akagami, so akai is the e adjective that means red, and kami is going to be the word for hair, but when we combine them, it turns into akagami, so red hair. And again, we have that grammar pattern that basically means to display the feature of, so akagami o shiteimasu is going to be to have red hair. And so all together, once again, it's Goriyoshin to chigatte kanojo wa akagami o shiteimasu, and that's going to translate to, unlike her parents, she has red hair. And so yeah, that's how we're using the words onaji and chigao in this grammar pattern that is noun to onaji de, or noun to chigatte something clause, to basically mean like noun or unlike noun. This is this. And yeah, like I said in the beginning, it's a relatively simple grammar pattern, and there are going to be some other grammar patterns that basically mean the same thing with a bit of an altered nuance, I guess, and we'll see those when the time comes.